iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Pro prices estimated ahead of Apple event next week. With Apple's iPhone 17 launch just a week away, analyst Samik Chatterjee predicts some price changes. The iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Pro Max are expected to maintain their predecessors' starting prices of $799 and $1,199 respectively. However, the iPhone 17 Pro is projected to see a $100 price jump, starting at $1,099. This increase might be attributed to Apple eliminating a lower storage option, moving the base model to 256 GB. This would end an 8-year trend of the Pro model starting at $999. A new addition to the lineup, the iPhone 17 Air, is anticipated to start around $899 to $949, possibly a $50 increase over the iPhone 16 Plus. While Apple has successfully avoided US price hikes for a considerable time, these predictions suggest some changes are coming, though not across the entire range. The final prices will be revealed at Apple's event on September 9.
In our next story, Sabrina Carpenter says, "Man's Best Friend" album cover is a metaphor. Sabrina Carpenter is defending the controversial cover art for her new album, Man's Best Friend. The image depicts her on her knees in a black dress, with a man unseen, holding her hair. While some criticized the image as submissive, Carpenter explains it's a metaphor, and her reaction to the intense online debate is a mix of fascination and amusement. She emphasizes that her personal interpretation differs from others, acknowledging the varied responses. Carpenter insists the album reflects her personal journey of loss, heartbreak, and celebration as a young woman navigating life. She clarified that the album's theme is deeply personal and not intended for those easily offended, even offering an alternate cover art design ahead of the album's release. The singer stated that she doesn't create art anticipating reactions, finding the diverse interpretations of the cover fascinating. She acknowledges both the negative and positive responses, understanding that individual experiences shape perspectives, leading to varied interpretations of the imagery. The man-child singer maintains that the cover art, while open to interpretation, is a symbolic representation of her personal growth and experiences. She firmly stands by her creative vision and the deeper meaning behind the album's artwork.
In our next story, video of a mysterious black bag being tossed out of a White House window was AI-generated, Trump says. Former President Trump dismissed a viral video showing a black bag being thrown from a White House window as an AI-generated fake. He cited the weight and sealed nature of the White House windows as evidence, claiming it's a little bit scary how realistic these deepfakes can be. He even joked about the potential for AI to be blamed for future events. However, two anonymous sources familiar with the situation confirmed the video's authenticity, linking it to ongoing White House construction and renovations. A leading expert in deepfake detection, Professor Hani Farid of UC Berkeley, also analyzed the video and found no evidence of AI manipulation. He pointed to the consistent shadows, flag movements, and overall structural integrity of the White House depicted in the footage as proof. The video, originally posted on Instagram, shows the bag being tossed from a second-floor window near the president's private residence. First Lady Melania Trump reportedly expressed frustration with the inability to open the bulletproof windows for ventilation. Despite the denials, the White House has yet to offer an official explanation for the video. In our next story, 2025 NFL Power Rankings. How do all 32 teams stack up heading into Week 1? The Philadelphia Eagles, despite offseason defensive losses, remain the top-ranked team due to their immense talent. Their success hinges on Saquon Barkley's performance and the health of their aging core. The Baltimore Ravens, with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, are a close second, provided Jackson's recent foot injury is truly minor. The Kansas City Chiefs, despite some early setbacks, still possess the firepower to contend, driven by Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and fueled by their Super Bowl loss. The Green Bay Packers' acquisition of Micah Parsons significantly boosts their chances, potentially pushing them into Super Bowl contention. The Buffalo Bills, while strong offensively with Josh Allen, need a defensive difference-maker to compete with top teams. The Pittsburgh Steelers, bolstered by Aaron Rodgers, are considered Super Bowl contenders, though their success ultimately rests on Rodgers' performance at age 41. Other teams like the Cincinnati Bengals and Washington Commanders show promise, but their playoff chances depend on early season performance and defensive improvements respectively. Injuries and uncertainties cloud the outlook for several teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, despite making the top 10, face significant injury concerns. The Los Angeles Chargers' running game is threatened by injuries to key players. The Minnesota Vikings' success relies heavily on quarterback J.J. McCarthy's development, and the San Francisco 49ers' hopes rest on Christian McCaffrey's health. Teams like the Houston Texans and Arizona Cardinals show potential but need to prove themselves, particularly their quarterbacks. The Denver Broncos, on the other hand, show promising early signs with a strong defense and quarterback Bo Nix's performance. Other teams, including the Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks, Atlanta Falcons, and many others, face significant challenges heading into the season due to a combination of injuries, uncertainties, and less than stellar preseason performances.
In our next story, U.S. military strikes drug-carrying boat from Venezuela, Rubio says. President Trump announced a U.S. military strike on a Venezuelan drug-carrying boat in the southern Caribbean Sea. The strike, confirmed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio and a senior defense official, reportedly targeted members of the Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan organized crime group designated as a foreign terrorist organization. Trump stated that the boat was shot out, and that 11 people were killed. The incident follows increased U.S. military presence near Venezuela, deploying 3 warships as part of an anti-drug operation. This action prompted strong condemnation from Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro, who described the U.S. naval deployment as a threat. The U.S. maintains it has no plans to attack the Venezuelan government. The Trump administration has repeatedly accused the Maduro regime of collaborating with drug cartels, including allegations of narco-terrorism and drug trafficking against Maduro himself. These accusations, however, are vehemently denied by the Venezuelan government. The recent strike serves as a significant escalation of tensions between the two nations. Trump's announcement of the strike, accompanied by a video of the event posted on Truth Social, was intended as a warning to drug traffickers attempting to smuggle narcotics into the United States. The alleged drugs aboard the Venezuelan vessel were likely destined for Trinidad and Tobago or another Caribbean nation.